Hi everyone, Rising Galaxy here, and today we're playing some Halo 5 Guardians in Super Fiesta. Now, Super Fiesta is something I was really hoping they would bring into the start when they discussed rec packs, but like just a game mode where people can spawn with random upgraded weapons, which I think are amazing, and I really wish I had them because my collection of mythic weapons are very, very low. Like, very low. Well, I'm just going to be talking about why I think Halo 5 isn't doing well right now, and what I think 343 should improve in the game, because I honestly love this game. And I hope Halo 6 is much, much better, and, well, starts off with all the game modes people want in the future. So let's begin while this game is loading.
Slayer.
So, what I think Halo 5 did wrong was, well, in the beginning, they paid way too much they put way too much time into Warzone, which I'm not complaining, it's terrible. I actually really do like Warzone, but it's not a bad thing. Like, they should have at least put some times into game modes like Infection, or say for example, Classic Halo, because I know a lot of the classic veterans really miss that. But they also did some good things too. Like, it wasn't all bad. They added some pretty cool abilities, and I know most of the classic Halo players would say they don't like Sprint, but honestly, I don't see what the problem is. Maybe that's because I kind of grew up on Reach and Halo 3. I know Halo 3 was the best, but it's not like they did terrible. It's not like they, what's it called, they completely changed the game. There's still bases, and I really do like what they did with the Promethean weapons. They nerfed a few that were bad, and they, well, upgraded a few that were good. Like, well, they nerfed the ones that were way too good in normal gameplay. Say, for example, here, no, I don't have it on. Whatever. Say, for example, the Dorito Cannon. And I can't even use it. But it's more of a charge weapon now instead of spraying the shit out of it, like it was in Halo 4. And Halo 4 was, well, honestly, for me, was a letdown. So was Halo MCC, but not really the point here. Well, I mean, I'm not praising 343 that, oh my god, they did this, and they're like the #1 game company, because I kind of do miss the old Halo 3 gameplay. And it's not like a bad thing that they did new things, but it's not a good thing either. What they should have done was added Warzone as a DLC. A free DLC, because, well, they're still doing that now anyway, but they should have done a free DLC where it was more like, well, people don't really know about it. It would have been better if it was released as DLC, and all the other game modes were actually listed as, well, with the game, instead of this happening. What I also think they should do is bring back, well, classic Halo, where there's no sprinting, no armor abilities and such, because the community is really split up about it for some reason. I think it's because most people, like, well, the Halo veterans who started playing Halo 1 and 2, and for some people that played Halo 3 as well, they don't really like this fast-paced game mode. They're more used to the old kind Halo where people would just move around, kill, move on. And it's also, well, I think it's because people I don't like change. Not a lot of people like change either, but 343 did a good job of making this game more fast-paced. And honestly, I do like the fast-paced, but I do not always like the armor abilities, like the stupid-ass Sparky Charge. Other than that, I don't mind it, really. And I think what they did with the Rex and microtransactions was completely wrong. What they should have done was, instead of having the armor and such, as, well, you know, unlock like all these buys. Instead, they should have made it so that it was more of like challenges. Like, say for example, you want the Veil helmet, for example. Like, I really want that helmet right now. Say you want it, and then you can't get it because you have to buy a lot of Rex or earn a lot of Rex. Well, say for example they change it to the point where instead of earning Rex, there could be a challenge like complete a legendary mission as Veil. That way it'll get the community to play more campaign and also enjoy the armor from, well, multiplayer. They should also probably have kept split screen. I did research it a little bit, and they did it because it was going to drop a lot of the fast pace, I think. I do believe. Fast pace, or it was gonna like drop like the FPS by a little bit, but split screen. But I have a feeling Halo 6, well, I hope 343 listens. Like, because right now I'm kind of on the fence about how 343 is doing this.
Distraction.
Instead of wrecks, they should have challenges, and if you want Warzone guns and vehicles, you can always get the wrecks. That way, it'll make it much easier for people instead of paying thousands and thousands of dollars and deciding on actually playing the game. Like, really. If they actually put time in putting challenges in all these helmets, people would have actually stayed and played the game much longer than they did when it first came out. Another thing, I think it's also the community's fault as well. Well, I'm not saying it's a lot of, like, everyone's fault. I'm saying it's more of the people who thought Halo 5 was going to be a terrible game because 343 did terrible on Halo 4 and MCC. Honestly, I don't mind MCC because, well, the campaign was great and all. The graphics were amazing. I don't mind it at all. Multiplayer was shit. We can all agree with that. But something like MCC was really hard to do. They were getting 3 games, 4 if you conclude Halo 3 ODST, and putting into one, well, big game. And well, honestly, they should have worked more on Halo 5 and released it for the Xbox One exclusive instead of MCC, and work on MCC, well, a little later. So what should 343 change? Well, obviously the armor system, as I said. Instead of buying wrecks to get them, how about a challenge? That way, instead of buying wrecks and if they get the helmet they want, they will leave. Instead, having challenges so people would play the game more often and, well, having fun. But I also want to say this. The Halo community is filled with people who just praise 343 because, well, they continued the Halo series. See, Bungie, I believe Bungie left because, well, they lost interest in the game, and they kind of left us on a cliffhanger. Instead of adding, I was watching a video earlier today on this, saying that Bungie, instead of giving us a sequel, gave us a prequel, which didn't really answer a lot of questions. Which I do agree with a lot. Not only that, is that, well, I actually think, well, while we're playing Super Fiesta, I think they should have had this as an actual game mode, instead of this being a weekend game mode. Because this is actually really fun. I bet you most of the community will enjoy playing this. Like, and also another thing, Infection. Honestly, that was like the most fun game mode I've ever had playing. And, well, since the Reach update is coming soon, I hope that it would still be a great game. I see that they're not really doing anything with the Infection armor, it's just green. But I love the Vorpal talent. Well, I mean, not the Vorpal talent. Sorry, I messed up. I mean, I like how the Prophet's Bane is green. It reminds me of Vorpal talent. Green, but anyway. And that's what I'm talking about. The stupid Spartan charge is over, PS. Now let's continue forward. They should have at least had a classic Halo, not this bullshit with the jumping around and everything. More of a classic, enjoyable game. So, because a lot of the Halo veterans hate the sprinting. I'd say if they're gonna make a classic Halo, keep Clamber on, and don't keep Thrust, obviously, because, well, yeah, just keep Clamber on. Because Clamber was an essential in the game. And not only that, maybe turn off assassinations because, you know, I guess people don't mind it now, but I mean, I don't really care about it. And I'm on a roll right now. Assassination spree, but no, never mind. Continuing forward, Halo 5 is not really a great game, but it's not a bad game either. People, if you haven't played the game, you should at least consider it. Don't, like, so I know a lot of videos are saying Halo 5 is terrible, it shouldn't be existing, and 343 should have done a better job. But that's not really true. 343 did a terrible, but also very good job making the game. Not only that, and it was that Helljumper helmet I saw, never mind. Not only that, but Bungie left, creating a new game that, well, I honestly still play. And I enjoy Destiny, and hell, I do videos on it a lot. But I think Halo 5 will become more of the game that people can go to. But if 343 makes something like Halo 3, having, like, well, well, actually, yeah, taking something from Halo 3 and adding a little, like, say for example, instead it'll just be a classic Halo, and instead of having the thrusters could be a game mode, like Halo 5, a Halo 5, like instead of classic, it would be Halo 5, which I would play fairly a lot because I honestly do like the movement speed of Halo 5. But I understand 343, it's not their fault that times are changing. I don't think it was their fault for taking out split screen either. It was probably Microsoft's idea, which I actually read in the comment section, stating that, well, it was probably Microsoft who took out it because the Xbox couldn't run it at the time. And that's actually probably true. Like, I do believe Halo 5 came out before Black Ops 3, if I'm wrong, sorry about that. But just because that game has it doesn't mean this game might have it. Well, this doesn't conclude yet. I still have one more statement. People are saying that, well, it's a shitty game. They're really lazy. However, it's not that bad. See, 343 is not just working on Halo 5. They're working on Halo 6 and Halo Wars 2, which I am promptly excited for because I loved Halo Wars back in the olden days. I'm saying it sounds like I'm like talking about the Old West. No, I'm saying like it was a very fun like game to play, but only with friends. And when we do these challenges where people, I don't know. I haven't played multiplayer in Halo Wars because people told me not to. It was just filled with people with scarabs, and I'm one of those people filled with scarabs. And I killed myself. Great.
Enemy spotted.
Anyway, Halo 5 is a work in progress that I hope becomes an actual game that, well, is better than other games. And and I understand people are saying 343 is a terrible game company, but honestly, they're not the only one making mistakes here. I mean, people are still having fusses with Black Ops 3, and even The Division, for some reason, reminds me of just an older version of Destiny, because it's literally just a grinding game, again. But for the future of Halo 5, I think it's pretty much not dead, but dying very slowly. And hopefully Halo 6 will reclaim the series. Well, that's all. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye-bye!